Hey, footprinters, Chrissy here. Firstly, I have had quite a jump in subscribers, at least another 20 in the last couple of days. For those new subscribers, thank you. I've had some lovely comments as well. Kelly, thank you for your comment, especially about the cookie monster jar. We actually keep our dogs' biscuit treats in here. Lourdes Elena, thank you. Donny Girl, Linda in Ecuador, thank you so much for your lovely comments. Raul, RAL1329, I don't know if that's one of you or not, but thank you for subscribing. And just Oracle Seeker, thank you for your comment. That's Linda, I think, in Ecuador, yeah. And yeah, just thank you. I really do appreciate the lovely the lovely compliments and people subscribing. I do this for fun, for the love of it. I don't make any money out of it. I'm not a psychic or a medium or a sensitive. I'm intuitive, and I will quite often go with what pops into my head when I see a card, and I might change my mind sometimes a few minutes after seeing the card. Anyway, first cab off the rank. It has turned out that Trump has done this quid pro quo thing before with the previous president of the Ukraine. Now, I have a question. I do think this is going to be investigated. So I'm going to ask, is this going to be investigated? And if he is linked to it, is it going to be thrown in with articles of impeachment? So let's have a look. Is Congress going to investigate this previous quid pro quo? We'll look at that first. And I'm going to do my yes, no's. Okay. For those of you who aren't familiar with it, I draw three cards, and I might do 2 or 3 layers. And I have a system that I used, that I found, and I use that, and because I just have, I have a very visual job, so I just don't try and remember everything. I do refer to my notes. I refer to my notes about some of the cards and stuff, and some of the things. So don't worry. I don't pretend, I love reading, and I have so many different decks of cards. This deck of cards is the Tower of the 1001 Nights, and it's a low Scarabeo one, and it is, the artwork is by Leon Carré, and beautiful deck. Have a look just at the back of the cards. That's just the back of the cards. So anyway, so is this going to be investigated? And I'll do the yes no triangles. Okay, so bring my cheat sheet over here because I'm not even gonna try and remember everything. I remember most of them, but sometimes just. So is this previous successful quid pro quo, so it would seem, will it be investigated? Yes, no. Will this previous incident of quid pro quo just after Donald Trump came in 2017 be investigated? Apparently Rudy Giuliani was in the thick of that one too. Will this quid pro quo incident be investigated? Let's have a look. By Congress. Will it be investigated by Congress? Will it be investigated by Congress? Will it be investigated by Congress? Oh! This is a new tripod. Those of you who've been with me for a while knew that I was having a lot of trouble with my old one. The just wasn't on the right angle. Okay. Oh, funniest thing, you might have noticed there's netting across the top of my top. I spilled some water on myself today when I was drinking, and it went. I thought, oh no, my shirt's going to get wet. It went straight through the netting. Didn't wet my shirt at all. Just went straight onto me. It was so funny. Anyway, okay. Make sure these cards are up the right way. Ooh, what's on the bottom? The Magician. Well, they have. I think this is Congress. I think Trump's going to try and make them look the other way, but I think that's Congress. And Congress might even know, but anyway. 1, 2, 3. So 4 of Cups, 3 of Cups, lots of cups, and 4 of Wands. Wow. So 4 of Cups is a maybe. 3 of Cups is a yes, and 4 of Wands is a yes. So yes, they are looking at it. Congress is looking at it. Because if they can prove that he's done it before and tie him to this before, it proves a pattern. The 3 of Cups. It will support their case. Okay, it will support their case. It will be just another thing that Donald Trump, that those who are just trying to say there's nothing wrong, they don't want to accept it, but they're going to have to. All those Republicans, they're going to have to accept it. They don't want to. The Republicans don't want to investigate it, but they're going to have to. I don't think they have a choice, because it's. And the 4 of Wands. This is an interesting one, because these two people, they're walking through this forest and they're coming out to the light, and there's this door. It's like opening this door will just bring them, open the door to so much more information than they have now, even more examples. I think that Trump's done this several times with several countries, I think, already, and yeah, I don't think it's a case of he's gotten away with it once. I think he's gotten away with it several times. And this investigation is going to open the door to the White House, and all roads are going to lead to the White House. Yeah. And actions. It's going to open the door on actions at least 4 times. I think he's done it at least 4 times previously. Wands are about action. I really do. I think he's done it at least 4 times. Let's have another layer and see what's going on. See if it can tell us some more about the investigation, what the investigation will bring about. So, Two of Swords. Hard decisions. 10 of Wands. A real burden of burden of evidence. Oh, rough and tough and stormy seas. 8 of Swords, painted into a corner. I often call that the painted yourself into a corner card. The 8 of Swords is a no, but we're looking for more information in this instance, not a yes, no, because we've already got the answer yes. So this second layer is going to give us more insight into what the investigation is going to find. So Trump really has painted himself into a corner. And these stunning cards are just gorgeous. The Republicans are going to find themselves, in the House are going to find themselves even more storm-tossed than they are. They have to, do we continue to support him or do we not? I saw a very interesting Lawrence O'Donnell clip, which I'll talk about a little bit later maybe. So it's really going to bring them even more to a crossroads. And the burden of proof. Look, this ship, this is actually a ship that's carrying so much vegetation. This is a giant ship with a little ship. And this giant ship is just so swamped with bushes. It's not an island, it's a ship that's been stuck there for so long, and it's slowly sinking under the weight, and it's causing of its own, of the vegetation, slowly sinking. It's taking little ships out with it. That's Trump. That's the burden of proof. Trump is going to have to find the burden of evidence against Trump. The amount of evidence is so great that yes, and it's mounting even as we go. That larger boat is just slowly sinking the water. Okay, so that question, I'm going to leave these ones out. Okay. Because the next layer is going to be the second question I asked, and will this previous known incidents of quid pro quo, even though, as I said, I think he's done it at least 4 times, will this previous incident of quid pro quo be added to articles of impeachment if it gets that far? Will this previous incident of quid pro quo be added to articles of impeachment? Will this previous incident of quid pro quo be added to articles of impeachment? Okay. Okay, so 1, 3, 2 of Cups, that's a yes. Yeah, yes. 10 of Coins, 10 of Pentacles, that is a yes. The Knight of Cups. Oh yes, Knight of Cups is a yes. All 3 yes, definite yeses. Yes, it's going to be added to the articles of impeachment, because it shows a long history. It just highlights and it shows the history. It adds to the long history of Trump's misdemeanors, and it's probably something he's been doing for years and years and years, and has been getting away with because he hasn't been president, and he's done it several times and gotten away with it, and it's going to be part of the overall thing. And it's going to lead both of these. This is interesting because we've got 2 10s here. 10s are coming to the end of a cycle, so this is going to add to the end of the Trump legacy in the White House, and just the Trump legacy, full stop, the Trump business. The 2 of chalices, the 2 of cups, this partnership, I think it's going to contribute to the end of the partnership between the Republican Party and Trump. Republican Party is often the 10 of cups, so the cups overindulgence Republican Party, and the Ace of Cups, it's going to add to the impetus for the Republican Party to go to Trump with an offer to retire gracefully or be dragged out kicking and screaming. So that is my look at this previous incident of quid pro quo. And whether or not it's going to be investigated by Congress, which I think it is. And I think they're going to find, I don't know if they'll find evidence of him having done it at least 4 times before, including this one. But I think they'll definitely find evidence to link him to this previous one with the Ukraine. But I think he's done it at least 4 times. And yes, if it gets that far, it will be added to the articles of impeachment. Anyway, footprinters, I love you all very much, and I will see you at the next reading. Okay, and that's not going to be long. I've just got to clear off the phone, and then I'll be back. Bye-bye.